Hey friends, Nibs again. I wanted to get out and do another video tonight, and actually a couple of videos, and show you guys a couple of new pistols that I picked up. I'm doing this kind of as a matched pair because I kind of think they are pretty much a matched pair. I'm doing a separate video for each one, but I'll show you a little bit about each one of them in each video. So the one that's going to be kind of showcased in this video is this bigger one. I've got this little guy here too. They're both Astras. Smaller one, I did the video on that one, is an Astra 300. This one's chambered in 32 ACP or 7.65 Browning. The bulk of these were chambered for 380 auto, but the Germans asked Astra, the Spanish, to make them a special run of these in the 32 auto. They like those for you know, officers' pistols and things like that. So it was a cartridge that they liked. And then they also asked them. They had the Astra Model 400, which was actually the first model that came out. They asked them to, which was in 9mm Largo, but the German military liked the 9mm Luger, so they asked Astra to redesign the 400 and make a pistol that would shoot 9mm Luger for them. And they came up with this this guy here, which is a 600/43. The 43 denotes the year, the first year they were made. Don't know if they made them past 43 or not. They didn't make a whole lot of them. This one does have the date code stamp here on the left side of the frame, just behind the grip, along with the Spanish proof marks. Actually, both of these pistols were made in 1943. So the history that I've been able to dig up on this 600 is the Germans placed the order for, I think it was like 40,000, around 40,000 of these, and they had the invasion, the Normandy invasion, and the Spaniards were only able to deliver about 10,000 is what I read. So the first 10,000 serial numbers were delivered, and may or may not have actually seen service in the war, but this particular one is serial number around 20,000. It's 20,000 and some change. So this particular one was not delivered to the Germans during World War II. But what I read was after World War II was over and all the dust settled down, Astra was able to finalize that delivery and delivered the bulk of this order to the Germans, and these were used primarily for police forces throughout Germany. So this one, you know, was right smack in the middle of that serial number range of the 40,000 that was ordered, 40,000 and some that was ordered. So even though it you know, doesn't have any direct World War II, you know, ties as far as combat or anything, it still has some World War II ties because it was actually placed as an order by the Germans during World War II, you know, for their World War II effort. So you know, I'm sure not every Mauser K98 ever saw you know, frontline service either, but you know, they're still very collectible as well. So anyway, enough rambling. This other one here, like I said, is also made in 1943, and this one actually does have a little more direct, probably direct military use. It actually was delivered during World War II. It may have been a police gun, but more often than not, these were used by the officers because they were a small gun, and the officers liked those little 32s, kind of like the Mauser HSC and things like that. The FN Browning model 1922, which I have a couple of those kicking around too. So they would issue these mostly to the officers, and they would have those for their sidearm because, you know, they didn't typically need something that was big and heavy and powerful because they weren't really doing any frontline fighting. So I'll go ahead and shoot some shots here. I did shoot just 6 rounds before I turned the camera on, and although 4 of them are in a pretty tight little group, 2 of them are kind of off, and that could be just me. I did fire some commercial ammo, Winchester. It's USA ready is what it says on the box. And then I did try a couple of my hand loads, and 3 of the 4 that are all in a little group are my hand loads, and then the other 2 that were from the Winchester are the ones that are pretty far off flyers. So take that for what it's worth. Not much, but it is something to keep an eye on. So the magazine capacity on the 600 is 8 plus 1. The magazine capacity on the 300 is 7 plus 1. So a little shorter magazine and doesn't hold as much. The whole gun is maybe about 2/3 the size of the 600. So it is quite a bit smaller, but I could see why it would be preferable for an officer to have as their sidearm, because it is nice and compact. So I have 8 rounds of the Winchester in there. Let's see if I can do any better now that what's going on here? Not starting out real great. Round won't come out of that. Maybe it's only supposed to have 7. Maybe I got too many in there and it's jamming it up. It let me put 8 in there, but okay, I guess that's what the problem was. I had only put 6 in the magazine the first time. I put 3 of my reloads and 3 of the commercial ammo in there, so I guess it's 7 plus 1 as well. Too much pressure and it wouldn't let it slide. So I will take you out there and show you that target. All right, friends, here's the target for the Astra Model 600-43. Little bit looser group than the one for the Astra 300, but I was able to keep almost all of them on target. I did have one flyer over here that drew over onto my 300 target, but other than that, I was able to keep them all on a paper here. So I guess you know, for what it is, minute a bad guy kind of gun, it's getting the job done. So definitely can't complain about that. Haven't had any malfunctions with it, other than I had the magazine jammed up too full on that one there. But I learned my lesson there. It's only a 7-round magazine, not an 8. So anyway, back to the video. All right, so you'll see there, you know, I show you when I show you that target. Definitely not as big a much larger pattern than the 300 was able to put up, but you know, that could be just the ammo. I was using, actually I shot some of my reloads and some Gecko commercial ammo out of the 300, and the point of impact on those were all, you know, pretty good for either one of those. So anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time tonight, but I did want to get out and just show you these couple of cool guns I got. Kind of putting together a neat little semi-World War II pistol collection. Actually just was looking at another one today I may pick up and put on layaway. It's a Hungarian, what is it, FEG, which is a Fromer design, Hungarian model M37. And that one does have German proof marks on it as well, so stop back over there by the shop and talk to them about it. So it's kind of rough, so I think the price they got on it a little high, but maybe I can talk them down a little bit. We'll see how that goes. But it's another cool one I'm working on, so that'll be another nice addition to the. So I found a website. Can't use my phone right now. Found a website. I'll put a link. I'll copy a link and put it in here too. It's a pretty cool website. It describes all of the German military different pistols that they used during World War II, which you know, these ones were all on that list as well, and that Model 37 was on there. Several others that I already have as well. So, and maybe one of these days coming up soon, I will do a like a German collection video or something. I probably have, once I pick those other ones up, I'll probably have 8 or 10 guns that had, you know, some sort of tie to the German military during World War II. I'm not focusing just on Germany. I do have other countries as well, but it just seems like I've been finding a lot of ones that have ties to German World War II at the moment. So anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like it, and in the description you'll see links to not only to that website I was telling you about, but also to my other collectors groups on Facebook and on MeWe. Check those out. I have a lot of fun talking about good old stuff like this all the time. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.